Hi, Flosstube.
I'm Rolanda.
And I'm Kylie.
And this is
Rose Crafty Corner.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Welcome back to our regular viewers and subscribers. Thank you for joining us once again. And to anyone who is new here, thank you for coming along. And we hope you enjoy what you see and that you will become regular viewers as well.
Yeah, join us on our crazy ride.
We can get a little crazy sometimes.
We can. Sometimes it's just laugh a minute.
But we enjoy it.
Yeah.
We have fun, and we hope that you have fun with us too.
Let's address something first up. We're in a new room
We are in a new room. So it is the second week of the school holidays here in Brisbane, and my kid's grandfather came up last week, and while he was here we had a little room shuffle, and now I have a craft room. Yay! All to myself. I'm not sharing it with kids' toys. Yay!
So exciting.
So exciting. Such a relief that it's actually done. So we have a room all to ourselves to do this now. So you'll notice that our board is a little further away because we are now sitting at a desk, and yeah, it's going to make things a lot easier for us.
So stay tuned, because you may see different things appearing in the background.
Definitely.
You know, as we go.
We have other finishes and things. We may have some themed things for special occasions or seasons or something. You never know.
Yep. Totally.
So we did mention last time that we were going to have our total stitch numbers for the month of March.
We did.
Because we weren't quite finished March last time we filmed. So we still had a day or two or something to get some extra stitches in.
And that counts.
Can make a difference. So my totals still weren't great. But we're a little better than February.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So for March, my total number of stitches was 6,747.
Well done.
And it was mostly full stitches. There were some half stitches and some back stitches in there, but I counted everything as one stitch. So that was my total.
Yeah.
For March. And Rose total was a lot more than that.
Brace yourselves, guys. Because I was totally shocked when I added them all up. I had to add them up a couple of times and just make sure I was getting the right number. So I broke a personal best, so a PB for the month of March, but also I had broke my PB in one of the days in March. So should we start with the day one first?
Start with that.
Okay. My PB for the day was 1,600 in one day. And that was working on Polly.
Otherwise known as.
Formerly known as Harmony.
From
Aid.
Heaven and Earth Designs.
And so the monthly total, I smashed it out of the park, and it was 21,380 for the month of March. And I'm like, what?
So she more than tripled me.
And to break the closest I've got to that in the past for a month was 15,000 something. So I was so surprised.
Yep. That'd be like 2 months for me at least.
And that's not like a normal month for me either. No. So let's not expect those numbers like all the time.
It's not going to happen every time. No. But I think each month this year you've gone up and up and up.
I have each month so far. So, and you know, it's the timing too. You know, like we have summer in January, so you are a lot more out and about and
in
moving
the nice
around.
Weather.
And
doing it's school holidays in January, so
so you're doing a lot more things. So you're not stitching as much.
For me, in school holidays, it could go either way. If we're not doing much and my husband's still working, and it's just me home with the kids, then, you know, I might get to sit and do some more stitching and watch a movie with them or something like that. Whereas when my husband is also on holidays, we go out and do things a bit more in the holidays,
of course,
to make the most of the time together as a family.
Family time.
So therefore I get less stitching time. Unless we're going on, you know, decent drive and I can do some stitching in the car.
In the car, yeah, of course.
But no, couldn't do that this time. But I'm just so relieved to have a craft room.
I think also...
I don't care I didn't get stitching, but I have a craft room.
I think also as it's gone up is February. You know, I had the surgery, so I had a little time off to recover, but I had a lot of time off in March to recover as well.
Yes.
So I think that's and like I think that's helped the numbers go up because I'm forced to rest.
Yes.
And I'm a person who just can't sit still. I can't just watch TV and do nothing.
No, I can't either anymore.
Like right now, as we're talking, my hands are moving because I just can't not do things.
I should give you some unpicking or something.
Yeah, but then I'd be looking.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't be looking. That wouldn't be good.
Make the most of the time.
Yes. Anyway,
moving on.
We've been through our totals, so now we shall move on to our whips. Now, with my kid's grandfather here last week, I didn't have to take them to craft group. So I decided to take Hedwig along because I could focus without, constant distractions of children. I did only get 207 stitches done. So that was down in this section here. So you can see that I've got the castle coming in through here, and we think this is a cloud coming in here.
It's either a cloud or a mountain.
We were debating whether it's a cloud or a mountain. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, let us know what you think, because we're like...
Yeah, so I got about 207 stitches done in this area here. So I am getting close to the bottom of that one. So I will continue along here. And I think where these ones have stopped here is the end of one of the blocks of 10 on the pattern. So I'm going to sort of go down to that far, all the way across, and then I'm going to come back up to the top here and work across, because this was the width of one page. And so I'll fit another page in there, work that down, and then I'll have to move the Q-snap.
Sounds good.
So that is the work I did on Hedwig. So she is now at 8.9%.
Awesome.
And that's over a page.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like a lot, but that's where I got to on Hedwig.
Yeah.
The other project I have been working on that is a whip is Titanic.
I love this one.
So hopefully you can see that there's been a bit of change coming in there, because that one I have got 1,371 stitches done on in the last fortnight.
Well done.
Well, actually the last week, because I do it for a week and then I swap to the next one in my rotation. So I've sort of come in I've just kept coming across now, and you see I've started on her the lady's jacket there.
Very nice. I'm loving the new colours coming in.
It was nice to do a new colour, because this is all just the whites, greys, blacks.
Yeah.
A little bit of blue and stuff, so it's kind of got a bit boring.
You can see the 4 stacks now as well. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've done those. So that one is definitely coming along.
Awesome.
And it is now at about 10.5%. I have mentioned before, this one is a printed pattern that I've scanned into markup, so it's not 100% accurate, because I might have missed highlighting a symbol or two somewhere, along the way. So some of it gets a bit fixed up as I go along, because I'm like, hang on, why isn't that one highlighted in that area? Best I fix that up. So yeah, it's not 100% accurate, but that is the rough percentage. I did actually start doing a tiny bit in her face there too, because it was the same page.
I was going to say, is that a little bit of skin that
I can see? You might not be able to see it well, because it's kind of a fleshy colour. It's very pale on the white fabric.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started sort of filling that in as well. So it's coming along, cool. but now it goes away until next month.
Yeah. Very, very cool.
And I did have another one I was working on, but I'll come back to that.
Okay.
So Ro has one whole whip.
I do. And there's a story.
There's a reason for that, which we will get to.
You will find out as we go along.
Yes.
Okay. So this is my whip. It's Summer Wishes. So this is by Durene Jones. And I basically filled in some of the grass parts down here, some of the sky in the background, and then some of the sand. So this is where we are now. There we go. So I'll just zoom in for you for the grass down the bottom here. and then the background sky is up here, and then the sand in here. So I spent one day on that, and I got 407 stitches in. So
that's a slow day for you.
Yeah, that was yesterday. So I was at craft, and when I was at craft yesterday, I did a lot of unpicking
instead
on the piece that I got from a previous haul that was on the frame.
Oh, yes, the one we got from the Nest.
Yeah, the Nest, yeah. I couldn't remember whether it was an op shop or Nest.
Well, it's a haberdashery op shop.
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was doing a lot of unpicking on that because I want to hand dye that piece and put a little something fancy on there.
Nice.
So when I got home from that, and last night, that was my one whip.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, I get days where I don't get much stitching done too, but you know.
No.
So well, it depends on what I have going on, really.
It does, yes, you know? Absolutely. It's the same for all of us.
Yeah. If I have a day at home, then I can just do what I want.
Yeah. But when you're out and about, it's a bit slower.
So that's my one whip.
Okay. Now, I did have a new start, but I can't show it. It was the start I've done for Rose's birthday sale, and it is one of the small free Durene Jones patterns from her Facebook page. And because it's a birthday sale, I decided to do a birthday one. So you'll see that after the birthday.
And I have not even...
She doesn't know what it is.
No,
I haven't shown her. I haven't told her.
We haven't discussed it because I would prefer to have the surprise when it comes.
Yep. So...
And like... I know a lot of Durene Jones freebies are on her page, but she's got that many that Kylie could have picked any one.
She's not going to work out what it is, even if I say it's a birthday one, because there's many birthday ones.
and if you say that, it
doesn't narrow it down a lot. No.
Doesn't necessarily mean that it's a birthday cake or it's a present. It could be anything. You know,
it could just say happy birthday.
Exactly. So
it could be something I've chosen and written happy birthday on it myself. Like, who knows?
So the surprise is there.
And I'm not the only one that knows, actually.
Oh, really? Somebody else who knows?
Yeah, my husband.
Oh, okay.
Because he's seen me doing it.
Well, that's kind of self-explanatory.
And some of the ladies at craft too.
Okay.
They've seen.
And have you told them to keep it a secret? Like, not to tell me?
No, but you weren't there, so
yeah,
they'll forget by then. By the time they see weekend. So anyway, that's my new start, which you will see later, after the end of the month. So
yeah,
something to look forward to for
you
next
guys
month.
Will be surprised as well as I
will. Okay. I also had a finish.
Yeah, because I didn't have any new starts.
You didn't? No, you didn't.
No.
But I have
surprise.
I have one. Yeah, I know it's unusual for you not to have a new start.
I felt like it, but no, I didn't.
She was told no.
Yeah.
In no uncertain terms. So I had a finish. I have finished my planner.
Yay!
Last time you saw it, I had done just a very little. I'd done this present here, and I started the word December. I think I'd got to the E or the C, somewhere early in the word. Now I finished it.
It looks so good. I'm so jelly.
I'm so happy that it's finished now.
Do you want to do mine?
No. Doing fractional stitches on an 18 count Ada was probably not the best idea. And yeah, I'm just glad it's done.
So if you were
I changed a lot.
If you were to do this one again, would you do it on linen or even weave?
Yes, I would do it on one or the other. I do actually have at least one more of her patterns, and I have actually chosen a linen to do it on. That was the Supernatural one that I did show when I bought that pattern. So that one I have actually kitted up.
Oh.
But I haven't started it yet, but I will. But anyway, so yeah, I'm thrilled that this one's finished because I had to change so many different elements in it to suit being in Australia and things, you know, different seasons and all of the rest of it. So I am just happy that it's finally finished.
Yeah, it looks so good.
And also because it was last year's planner and it hung over into this year, I didn't intend that. I kept up to date with it until about September, I think.
And then the December one.
And then I stopped.
Yeah.
The December one I didn't change But just about every other one I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much everything else I made
But
at
that
least
just
one change.
means-
Even October, because she had 2 witches' hats in there. So I'm like, one's enough. So I put a little jack-o'-lantern in there. Just
And
something
that just
different.
makes it personalised to you. So nobody's
Yeah.
going to have the same as you. So
Yeah.
I like that. That, you know,
And I
you've been
nearly
following
forgot to
along.
initial it.
Oh, really?
But then I remembered.
Okay, good.
Can you see where I've initialed it?
No, because I'm looking at the back. Oh my God, I can't see through a board.
Why not?
Okay, let me have a look.
See if you can find it.
I'm guessing it's probably going to be around your birthday. Yes.
Damn, I thought I was going to surprise her with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like that. That's really sweet.
So
Did
shall we
you
show
guys,
everyone in case they didn't
Did
see
you guys
it?
see it in June?
So in June, underneath the present, I've just put my initials in the year I finished it.
I'm you know,
I was looking at it, I'm like, I normally do it sort of down in the bottom corner.
Yeah.
And I was like, there isn't really a good spot there.
Well, that was the first place that I looked, because usually we do it in the bottom corner.
Yeah.
But then it,
there was just the perfect space there too. So
mine just thought, no, her birthday's in June, so let's go for June.
Yeah.
And that's where.
So that's where I did it. So I kind of hit it in there. So that was the planner. So that was my finish. I don't have any FFOs this month. I have 2 sitting waiting to be done, but obviously with having family visiting, it was a bit hard to.
And then one of them you won't be able to show until my birthday anyway, because that's an FFO plan, isn't it?
That is, yes.
Yeah.
We'll go through plans a bit later.
Yeah.
Because you, my dear, have some finishes.
Kylie's so proud of me, guys.
I really am. She's done really well to get some finishes done, so that'll be less in the whip parade at the end of the year.
Well, I worked it out that I've actually had 11 starts this year. However, I've had 10 finishes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but some of those were ones that carried over. They weren't all of your new starts, though, weren't they?
That's right.
Yeah, because I had the same. I've had some that were carried over from last year.
So my first finish is the Mother Earth Day gnome that we guys told you about not long ago in Hall, and I showed him. I keep calling it a her because it's Mother Earth Day,
Yeah,
but
but
it's a gnome.
Most women
he's got a
don't have beards.
Yes, that's
most. Right. I won't say all, but most.
He's got a beard, so he is a he, not a she. So yeah, this one's finished now, which I'm really, really happy about, because Earth Day is actually on the 22nd of April.
And you had it finished before then, yay!
Yes, and I was planning to have it fully finished by today. However, the fully finishing piece was still under construction. And I will talk more about that when it's fully finished so I can show you. So this one I spent 7 days on. So 1 full week, which is unusual for me. And I got 4,040 stitches done.
Very good.
So I'm really happy, and I've put some interfacing on the back, so it's nice and flat, and all the stitches are contained and protected. And
yeah, you were really enjoying that one. You can tell when you spend that amount of time dedicated to one project, you're really enjoying it.
Yeah, and I just don't want to put it down.
Yeah, which is good. It's good. You should enjoy it. Like, that's the point of a hobby, is you do it because you enjoy it.
That's right. Yeah, totally. And I just kept going with that one because I really wanted to have it finished before Earth Day. And so that's my first gnome done.
Yay. And there's how many million to go?
I forgot to mention that's my favourite gnome on Etsy as well. Yeah. So and I've sent a picture to the designer, my favourite gnome on Etsy. Yes. And she loved it. So.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
It's always nice too when you get compliments from the designer of it.
Yeah. And like, I made a couple of minor changes because of my background fabric colour. Yes. So the back stitching around the daisies, show you again.
Yeah, you darkened that up.
I just had to make it a little darker because the colour that was on there wasn't gonna it wasn't going to really come out that well with that light blue background.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just made it a little darker.
Looks good.
Yeah.
And
then our second one.
Second of how many people?
I know. I feel like so out of like normality because I've got fishes. But I'm loving it. So the second one is the Octopus Freebie by Durene Jones. I might need your help holding that side. Now this one I spent half a day on because I only had 102 stitches to finish it, and that was at craft.
Yes.
And what I actually did with this one is I added some more bubbles in because there was no bubbles up the top of the pattern.
No, and it looked like something was missing.
It did. And so I was
and you needed for a challenge some extra stitches too, so it kind of
I was working on this one, I think, for categories.
Might have been.
And I needed 100 stitches on a piece, an animal starting with F it was. And so the animal starting with F was the fish.
Yeah, because octopus doesn't start with F.
No, that's right. But his mate, the fish, does.
Yes, absolutely. And it only has to be something in it. That doesn't even have to be the thing you're stitching on.
Yeah. So I added some extra bubbles, and I put, actually, let's go in a bit more. And you can see on the fish's eyes, they're two little beads, two little black beads.
Yes, very cute.
So I had to go through my bead stash, and I had to find
right
tiny little black beads.
There was also a suggestion made at craft, wasn't there? For the octopus to have googly eyes.
Yeah, googly eyes. But I'm like, no, I think he's quite cute like that. So yeah, I'm going to leave him like that. He's done now.
Otherwise, then it's not a finish. She kept thinking it was a finish, and it's like, hang on, he doesn't have a mouth and eyebrows.
Yeah, that was funny.
I'm like, it's not a finish.
I was so excited. He's finished. And then they were like,
no, he's not.
He doesn't have a mouth. And then I looked at the pattern and I'm like, oh, yeah, and eyebrows.
Yeah.
So he has his mouth and eyebrows now.
He's done. He's finished now. Yes.
Yeah. And I had a plan to fully finish all these together, but I'm second guessing that plan now. So my fully finishing plan is still up in the air.
Okay.
For that one and this one.
All right.
That I'm about to show.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, so you just have to stay tuned. Okay, so the other half a day from that one, I worked on The Boy Pirate by Durene Jones. Again, another freebie on her Facebook page. And, down a little bit. That's it. This one got 313 stitches. And look at him.
He's very cute.
Oh, he's adorable. And this is where I like backstitching because it actually brings it out and it really sort of
definitely highlights the details on this one.
Yeah, and it makes it look like it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
Before the backstitching was on this one, it was just a whole lot of blobs of colour and you couldn't really see the features. Yeah. So I'm so excited. He's just so cute.
Yes, very cute.
Him.
And his girlfriend will be coming along later in the year.
Yeah, because we found out about Pirate Day.
There's a Pirate Day in September.
Yes.
Yeah, in September there's actually Pirate Day, so she's going to work on it there. So I might have to think about something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will see what I've got in my stash. I'm not buying anything.
No, but I mean, even
I don't know if I've got anything like piratey. I don't know. I mean, it's still stitching my stash. If I get a free pattern and use the fabric and threads that I've already got, and don't buy anything for it,
it
still counts.
Yeah, stitching your stash. Yeah. And like if it's a little freebie one, then why not? Because you're using up the stash.
That's right.
Okay, so this one I'm preparing for you is
here's one we prepared earlier.
This one is called Seaside Sampler on Etsy, and it is called the Beachcomber Collection in the Cross Stitcher magazine.
Right.
The reason why there's two different names is because in the magazine, which was the first one released, it has an alphabet in the middle.
Yes, slightly different pattern, isn't it?
Yeah, and then on Etsy, the alphabet is taken away, and it's got the beach is calling writing with a scene. So where I started the beginning of the year is having these three finished. So we'll go those two first. The beach huts and starfish, and then also the lighthouse. So that's where I started the beginning of the year. And then
And
then the first one I finished was this one. Oopsie. Now you'll see a start photo of this one because I actually had started this before the 1st of January this year. But you can see that one's now finished.
Yay.
2 sailboats. And then I went on, and the rest of these I actually started. So I felt like I was having new starts, but I wasn't really having new starts.
Yeah. It's kind of a new section of a existing pattern start.
So this one is the shells, and I might just take you in a bit closer so you can see the border. And then we have the 8 sailboats with the waves. And all of these were used for different prompts in the Facebook challenges for the groups Craft and Books, Daily 30, Stitching by the Shore, Fun with Cross Stitch, Categories, and Down Under Divas. So I got quite a few different groups used for this one. And then this is the middle one, which is the difference between the magazine and the Etsy store. So this is the Beaches Calling part. This is the last one I did. And I was like, all the birds. And the thing I liked about this one was there wasn't a heap of backstitch.
Yeah.
So there was a little backstitch here and there, but not a heap. So I'm so happy. So I have all those done. So that's why I only had one whip to show you guys, because I've
been doing finishes instead.
I was working on all of those first.
Yes.
And then when I got them finished, then I went on to Summer Wishes. So yeah, I'm so happy.
Me too.
So that's all my
Yay.
whips and finishes and no new starts.
Okay. Excellent.
So now we have
plans.
Plans.
Okay. So I have obviously my whip rotation is my plan. So next up is Victorian Charm and Geranium Fairy. They're the next 2 weeks.
Nice. They roll around so quickly though, don't they?
They do. They really do.
Like I feel like I only just saw it last week.
Yeah.
It wasn't last week, but
it was last fortnight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that does come around quick. And the Geranium Fairy just stitches up so quickly. So so that's my whip rotation. I also yesterday kitted up a new start. It is just another small one, but come back next time to find out what that one is.
Yeah.
And obviously I want to finish the Durene Jones one that I'm doing, but again, you won't see that until after the end of the month. And I have a couple of FFOs I want to do, including obviously the Durene Jones one, but also a couple of older ones that I've had sitting around for a long time. I finally bought some frames for those and plan, hopefully, fingers crossed, that I can get them put in the frames for our next video.
Nice. Nice.
So that is my plans. What are your plans?
My plans are to crack on with the second installment of Gnome Place Like Home because I didn't get that done this fortnight.
No, you were too busy doing other things.
I was. And, well, it's my birthday month, so it's Durene Jones month. Yeah. So
and you've been doing well with that. So
that took priority, really. And because it's Durene Jones month, I'm going to continue on with Summer Wishes.
Yes.
So I want to try and...
Do you think that'll be a finish this month then?
It could possibly be. Maybe. I don't want to say yes and be disappointed.
But it's a definite possibility. Definitely maybe.
Yeah. And then also starting tomorrow, so Friday, through till Tuesday, so that's a good full 5 days on stained glass elephants. Because we have the Whip Warriors focus piece and Beat the Mod Min. You're doing
I will be doing Victorian Charm for the focus event. I don't do the Beat the Mod Mins because I don't do enough stitches.
Yeah. And sometimes I don't even beat the Mod Mins. So, with the amount of stitches I get done, sometimes I don't even get it done. So it's fine. It is what it is. I'm getting stitches in on my proper projects, and that's all I'm happy about.
Yeah.
So they will be probably the 3 you will see next time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I will have anything else in there at all. But yeah, if I do, then that's a bonus.
Yeah.
We have the cross stitch catch up to go to.
We do.
So what are you taking for the cross stitch catch up?
It will likely be Hedwig that I will take to that, as long as I'm feeling okay. Last time I didn't get to take Hedwig because I had a migraine and I couldn't focus on something that was that fine. So I took something that was a bit easier to see. But the plan is to take Hedwig because my Whipco board this month, one of the numbers that got called was 500 stitches on a full coverage project. And I only have one full coverage project. So I got the 207 done last week. So I've only got about 300 to go. And then that's that. I can mark that one off the Whipco board and
I'm not
see
sure
what my
whether
little prize is.
I'm not sure whether I'll take Summer Wishes or No Place Like Home.
Okay. Depends where you're at with both of those at the time.
Elephants is going to be too hard to take. And I'm going to be working 5 days on it straight. So
yeah. You'll probably need a break after
that.
Right.
And then the Whipco, I've somehow got to fit that in as well. So my beach one is now done, so I can tick that off my board. The only other Whipco goal I've got is 750 stitches in on Aussie Christmas Countdown, which I'll show here. So yeah, I mean that's not going to take too long to do. No. 750 stitches one day, and I'll have that.
You'll knock that over quickly.
Well, if I have a good day,
it's going to take me 2 days to do the.
I mean, but if
500 on Hedwig, but
if I had a day like I had yesterday, then it would take me 2 days because I only got 400.
Didn't do as much, But then you had a day where you did 1,600, so you could do it twice.
Yeah.
Very nice. We'll see what happens.
So yeah, that's got to fit in somewhere. So I think if there's anything extra, that would probably be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, as far as Whipco goes, leads us into our next. So I, as I mentioned, one of mine is 500 stitches on a full coverage project. So I haven't done that one yet, but I did finish the other one, and the other one was to work on a project that I had a hard copy of the pattern, and I worked on the planner, which I do have the hard copy because I bought the physical planner, and also Titanic is a physical. So I did it twice, but I only get to open one box on my advent calendar.
But in your box, you got 2 little.
I actually did get 2 things in that box technically. So because it was designed as a Christmas advent calendar, a lot of the things are Christmassy, and this in particular was Christmassy. I got 2 Christmassy ribbons.
Should we put the board behind it at all?
Might be. I got 2 Christmassy ribbons. They got little Christmas elves on them. So one's a pale green and one's white background. Cute. So they're very cute, and they'll come in handy for Christmas finishes at some point. So that was, I guess, technically haul. But it also is part of Whipco, so that's why it kind of led in nicely.
It's like your reward.
Little segue from one into the other. So yes, that was my little reward for completing one of my Whipco squares.
Yeah,
which was good. And the other, because we're on to haul now. We had a little visit with Amanda from Magical Minders. She was at a market that we both went to. So we both did a little shopping.
There we go. Yeah, yours needs to go down just a tad. There we go. Perfect. So Kylie says, I'm not an early bird or a night owl. I'm some sort of exhausted pigeon.
Permanently exhausted pigeon.
Sorry.
Don't forget the permanently.
Yep. Stitch is going to stitch, stitch, stitch.
Which was one I did suggest to her to create.
Yeah. And I've got both of those top ones at home.
And I've got the charmed tricatcher as well, which was another one I suggested to us. I was like, I have to buy these because I suggested them and she's made them, so I need them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then mine says, I got it all together.
I just forgot where I put it.
Yeah, I just forgot where I put it. Yeah. See? Totally fits me. Yep. I got it all together. I just forgot where I put it.
Yep.
And home is where the dog is. So we all know I love my dog. And then a little ducky and a little rainbow heart. So I thought that was really cute. I've got some more coming because when we went to Pink concert and I bought some pins, and so Amanda's going to turn them into needle minders for me.
Yes, I bought some too, and that is planned for mine too, but I haven't done anything about it yet.
Yeah.
And I purchased something else as well from Amanda, but it's a gift, and I haven't given the gift yet, so it will have to wait. But I will be able to show you what it is later.
And I also got a pair of earrings, but I forgot to bring them with me. They're little hearts. So, yeah, you might see them next time.
And your gnome.
And, oh, yeah, I forgot about my little gnome.
You bought a gnome one as well, a gnome needle
minder.
We'll
insert a picture here of the gnome needle minder because I actually had it on Mother Earth gnome.
And you took it off because you finished it.
And I took it off because I'd finished it. Yeah. So we'll insert a picture of the little gnome needle minder so you can see that one.
Yep.
I knew there was stuff I was forgetting.
That's okay. Like you said, you got it all together. You just forgot where you put it.
That's right.
Yes.
Perfect. And I think there were a couple of other needle minders that I'd ordered from her, but she had to get them in. They weren't in stock.
Right.
So that is haul, but you won't see that till it comes. Yeah. And then...
And you had... that was all I had for haul.
Yep.
Because I'm stitching my stash up and trying not to buy too much, although we'd still have to catch up with Sharon from Crafty Threads and pick up what we did have on order with her already.
I went to Craft yesterday, and this was sitting on the freebie table, and I had a look at it.
Freebies are allowed.
Yeah. And I had a look at it, and I thought, oh, it's not really my style, my thing, you know. Nothing against it, but I don't come from this country, so, you know. However, a friend of mine who I sit with and talk to all the time, she comes from this country.
Oh.
So I said to her, do you like it? And if you do, grab it and I will do it for you. She said, yes, I do like it. So it's a Cross Stitch Originals pattern, and it's a pattern of New Zealand. Let's hold it because this is actually a photo.
Oh, okay.
And then there's backstitched the names of the place it's on there. So I'm going to do that for her. She knows I'm going to do it for her. Yeah. So.
And it's not huge either, so it shouldn't take you long.
Yeah, it's pretty tiny.
Yeah, I'm just reading on the back.
Yeah.
So it's 50 by 70 stitches.
Yeah. It's 4 by 5 inches. So, and I said to her, if she buys a 5 by 7 inch frame, it'll fit perfectly in there. Yeah. And then I'll use enough fabric to be able to work in a 5 by 7 inch frame.
Yeah, so you'll do that one on 14 count. Did it come with the fabric or was it just the pattern? Because the threads are there, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just the pattern and
the threads.
And a few of the threads.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure
if you don't have enough to do it, I'm sure you'll have.
Yeah, I'll have.
It lists DMC numbers, so
yeah, I'll be able to.
Easy done.
Yeah, that's that
Absolutely.
one.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then I went to the op shops because I haven't been to the op shops up my way for quite a long time, and I know them very well in each one of them, and each one of the people in the different op shops that I normally talk to when I see them there had all said, we haven't seen you for ages.
Oh, you've been missed, isn't that nice?
I was like, that's very true. So I found this particular pattern that I bought, and I got this one for $2.
Wow.
And the other ones, I did find other cross-stitch patterns there.
She put them back.
I put them back. Pat on the back, please. I did very well, thank you. They weren't the right price. They weren't worth it. They were more expensive than what this one is.
Yeah.
And this one was a bigger pattern. So
interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is a full kit. It hasn't even been opened.
This is a full kit. Yep, hasn't been opened. Okay, let me see if I can.
It's got all the threads and the fabric in the back.
Kind of as we go. So it's a birth sampler by Dimensions, and it's got little teddy bears. So cute. So yeah, I couldn't pass it up. I saw it and I was like, yep. I don't know when I'll do it, but yeah. And so, you know, as I said, it hasn't been opened. I've got to sort the threads, obviously, because it comes with the card, but the threads aren't on the card. So that'll be okay. That'll be a job for, you know.
One day.
Yeah. One day.
One day.
And that's it. That's all I've got.
That's it for the haul.
Yeah. We do have a couple more things that we need to go through promotions.
Okay.
We have a promotion going with Hero and Stitch on Etsy for floss drops and bobbins and all those goodies that they sell. Mm-hmm. We do have a few videos ago talking all about them. So if you haven't seen that one, jump back there and, it's explained in detail. The code is RHO10, so RHO10.
And that gets you 10% off.
10% off, yeah. So go and see them. They're awesome. They have a lot of different types of bobbins and floss drops and floss cards and
all sorts of things.
Yeah, something for everyone, I think, really.
Absolutely. You find something there.
Yeah. And then the big one we have is a surprise. So for our subscribers, the lovely Irina at Favourite Gnome, which is where I got Mother Earth Gnome from, has been so generous and so kind and offered up a pattern for our subscribers. So for free, yeah. We will link that below. It's called Tropical Holiday Gnome.
And we just thought it was perfect Queenslandy.
Yep. And it suited us. So we want to share us with you. So we hope you enjoy it. We hope you like it. If you decide to stitch it, please tag either us or Favourite Gnome.
Or both.
Yeah, or both. Give her some love and let her know that you're stitching it. Let us know that you're stitching because I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
And I do have plans to stitch that one shortly, just not this month. So more than likely probably next month, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because I want to see it stitched up.
Yeah.
It's just so adorable. Yeah.
So I've got the pattern as well. And it's very cute. And I want to do it too, but
so many patterns, so little time.
Exactly. So many things to stitch and not enough time.
Go ahead and follow her shop on Etsy if you wish, because that helps her out. If you can tag us and her, that helps both of us out.
Yep.
To let us know that you're stitching or,
Yeah.
So it's really, really lovely that she offered that, and I was so surprised. I was like, what?
Yeah. That was really nice of her.
So sharing the love.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I think that's it for us today.
That's it. If you've gotten this far, please remember to like, subscribe, and share us with your friends, and leave us a comment. Let us know what you're stitching. Any comments on what we're stitching?
By doing that, you actually help us get out into the community and let other people know that
that we're around.
We're worth watching.
We hope you are. We are. We hope you've enjoyed yourself.
It's kind of hard for Australian floss tubers to get their names out there.
It can be a little.
Yeah. All right. Until next time.
Stay crafty.